sense that I believe that we are all here for a reason, and we're all here for a specific purpose. It's almost like an ecosystem, right? Like we're all here to serve a specific part of that niche and to make our ecosystem of our communities, of our families, friend structures, relationships in general, relationships with people we know, acquaintances, strangers, just work the way that they should, and to share our gifts with the world. And the Bible says that we're supposed to work. And that has like a number of different interpretations, but one of the ways that it can be interpreted is that we're here to do God's work. And doing God's work doesn't mean that you're a pastor or a preacher or a priest or a nun or a missionary. Doing God's work means that you're allowing the God-given talent and skill that God has bestowed upon you, whether you're religious or not, God, source, energy, our creator, the universe, to come out of your body and to share those gifts with the world. And I believe to use those gifts to be of service to other people in one way or another, right? And I feel like a lot of us inherently sometimes shy away from that. We shy away from the expression of our true desires, which are usually connected to our purpose, or we shy away from, the sharing of our gifts with the world based off of our own fears or our own insecurities and our own limitations that we place upon ourselves. I was listening to a podcast the other day, I believe it was by Jim Rohn, and he was saying that humans are the only species in any ecosystem that don't strive to their fullest potential. We're the only species, right? Like if you have a tree is going to grow as long as it has soil, water, nutrients, sunlight. It's going to grow to its fullest potential, right? We see trees that grow through buildings, grow through other trees, right? Like there's nothing that limits itself. And the only thing that in a lot of ways limits human potential is our ability to choose, right? God gave us choice. God gave us the ability to choose between right and wrong, but also gave us the ability to pursue or not pursue, to do or not to do, to allow yourself to be held back by the resistance and the fear and the insecurities of your mind, or to not, right? And I feel like the fulfillment of your true purpose and the true reason why you were brought to this earth to exist on this planet amongst other beings is to bring your God-given talent out of your body and share that with the world. And share that with the world to do whatever you choose to do, but your purpose is to share it with the world. And that's the reason why a lot of us have these desires and these motivations and talents, if you wish, that you can't get out of your head. So my challenge for you today is to challenge yourself and give yourself the opportunity to experience the fullness of this life, how God intended it to be experienced for you and for everyone else. Because when you choose to not share your blessings with the world, you're not just stifling yourself and your own happiness. You're stifling happiness and joy of the world, right? You have no idea who your talents will impact, or who your words will impact or change, or the inspiration and change that you can bring in the world, right? So stop playing small and stop being fearful, right? And see how far you can go. See the limitless potential that is destined for all of us, right? Don't allow yourself to be limited by your ability to choose. And it's normal as humans. We don't like uncertainty. We don't like it. We don't like the feeling of the unknowing. It's part of our evolution. That's why we survived. The Homo sapiens that existed, that were major risk takers and jumped off cliffs and took, ventures into forests that were unknown, they usually died. And their, pioneering DNA did not pass on to future generations as much as people that played it safe and people that chose not to take risks and do different ventures and take the path that's less taken, right? But we don't live in sub-Saharan Africa. We don't live in the desert, in the jungle. We live in complex societies where you have the ability to take risks. You have the ability to take calculated steps and to move forward in the ways that you desire to move forward. But the only thing and the only purpose that's holding you back from that is you. It is you. So take some time. Don't force it. Well, maybe force it a little. Do it maybe slightly before you're 100% ready, because you're never going to be 100% ready. A lot of us take way too much time planning and preparing for things that we never end up doing. As embarrassing as it sounds, I've done it too. We've all done it, right? So sometimes you just got to take that action. You got to put yourself in the place and in the position to receive the blessings, right? You got to put yourself in the position to co-create with the universe and to co-create with that infinite field of potential where everything is limitless. Anything that you desire is possible. But if you don't put some skin in the game, as I like to say, you're never going to see the manifestation of anything. So I challenge you, that thought, that feeling, that desire, that motivation that you have, whatever it is that you are desiring to create, to do, to share, stop waiting to be perfect. Stop waiting to have it all planned out meticulously in your mind. Just do it. Take action today to do something that feeds and speaks to your soul, because that is what you were brought here to do. And I want to see it and I want to experience it. We all do. We're waiting. We may not all love it, and that's okay. It doesn't matter. Not everyone's for everyone. You're not everyone's cup of tea. Not everyone's going to like you. But there's a lot of people that will. And there's a lot of people that are looking to experience the things that you have to offer, but we're never going to experience it if you continue to keep it trapped inside. So just do it. Just do it. That's all I have to share.